Little Johnstons has been one of the most beloved reality shows on TLC, following the lives of the Johnston family, who live with achondroplasia dwarfism. The show, which first premiered in 2015, has given viewers an intimate look into the lives of the Johnstons, featuring parents Trent and Amber, along with their children, Jonah, Anna, Elizabeth, and Emma. Each of them is unique, but they all share one common goal: to live their lives as independently as possible, despite the challenges they face. In the most recent seasons, Anna Johnston, who is now an adult, has become a standout member of the family. Known for her fiery spirit and independence, Anna has been an integral part of the show's dynamic. However, in the latest season, there's a new storyline brewing that has caught the attention of fans. It seems Anna might want something more, something of her own. Anna, who has grown up in front of the camera, has been transparent about her ambitions, but recent revelations suggest she is now seriously considering branching out on her own. Emma, her younger sister, has exposed a deep secret wish Anna has been harboring for some time. According to Emma, Anna has been dreaming of a spin-off show, a solo project that would allow her to step out from under the shadows of her family's well-established presence and explore her own life more freely. Over the years, viewers have witnessed Anna's journey from a shy, introverted teen into an outspoken and confident young woman. She's had her fair share of ups and downs, from navigating her high school years to dealing with difficult relationships and striving for greater independence. As the years go by, Anna has become increasingly vocal about wanting to live life on her own terms. Fans have seen her work hard to pursue her passion for fashion and beauty, and she's even taken a step into the world of modeling. What stands out about Anna is her desire to be more than just the sister or daughter of the Johnston family. She wants to carve out her own identity, separate from the family dynamic that the show often focuses on. While her family is incredibly supportive of her endeavors, it's clear that Anna wants to be recognized for her individual achievements rather than simply being a part of the Johnston clan. Her desire for a spinoff isn't just about fame or recognition, it's about autonomy. Anna has expressed time and again that she is eager to take on the challenges of adulthood and responsibility. A spinoff would allow her to showcase her individual journey, providing viewers with a more intimate look at her day-to-day life, the obstacles she faces, and the dreams she hopes to achieve. Emma, Anna's younger sister, has always been known for her playful and mischievous personality. On the show, Emma often serves as the voice of reason, but also isn't afraid to share a bit of gossip now and then. Recently, Emma gave fans a glimpse into Anna's secret wishes, including her desire for a spin-off show. In an episode, Emma shared that Anna had been talking about it for quite some time, though she hadn't actively pursued it, perhaps out of fear or uncertainty. Emma's reveal came as a surprise to many, as Anna had never openly discussed the idea with her fans. While Anna is known for her outspoken nature, she had always kept this particular aspiration to herself. According to Emma, Anna had been hesitant to share her wish because she didn't want to come across as ungrateful or disrespectful to the family. Anna, it seems, is deeply aware of the opportunities that Little Johnstons has given her, and she's always been careful about not wanting to rock the boat or make it seem like she was trying to leave the family behind. But Emma, being the curious and honest sister she is, couldn't keep the secret for long. In a candid moment, she told viewers that Anna had confided in her about wanting a spinoff to explore more of her personal journey and passions, which include her love for fashion, her evolving relationship with her boyfriend, and her personal growth as an individual. While it's unclear if a spinoff for Anna will ever come to fruition, the idea has sparked excitement among fans of the show. Anna's loyal following has always appreciated her authenticity and relatability, making her the perfect candidate for a solo project. A spinoff could potentially focus on Anna's efforts to build a career in the fashion industry, her struggles to navigate relationships, or even her journey towards self-discovery and independence as an adult. Moreover, it's clear that Anna's life outside of the family has become more complex and fascinating over time. She's grown into a young woman who is more than just the daughter of Trent and Amber. Her ambition and drive are apparent, and many fans believe that a spin-off would be an excellent platform for her to showcase her growth, talent, and aspirations. If a spin-off were to happen, it would likely delve into Anna's relationship with her family as well, exploring how she balances her desire for independence with her connection to her parents and siblings. The show would give viewers a behind-the-scenes look at Anna's personal life, her career ventures, and the emotional challenges she faces as she navigates adulthood. It's clear that the Johnston family is incredibly supportive of Anna's ambitions, even if the idea of a spin-off is still in its early stages. Throughout the years, the family has demonstrated an unwavering commitment to one another, and it's no different when it comes to Anna's dreams. Trent and Amber have always encouraged their children to pursue their passions, and Anna's potential spin-off would undoubtedly be something they would rally behind. In fact, in a recent interview, Amber expressed her pride in Anna's growth, noting that she had watched her daughter evolve into a confident and capable young woman. She mentioned that while Anna might want to venture out on her own, she would always have the support of the family no matter what. Trent also echoed these sentiments, emphasizing that family is always the priority. While the prospect of a spin-off might seem like a departure, it would also be an opportunity for Anna to find her own voice while remaining connected to the Johnston legacy. Trent remarked that he believes Anna is ready for the challenge and that the family would be there to support her every step of the way. The future of 7 Little Johnstons is always uncertain, especially as the children grow older and begin to forge their own paths. While fans continue to tune in to watch the family's adventures, there's no doubt that Anna's personal journey is one that could continue to captivate audiences on its own. Whether it's in the form of a spin-off or through continued appearances on the main show, Anna's story is far from over. One of the most significant moments in the Johnston family's journey occurred when their eldest daughter, Liz, shared her desire to move out of the family home. Liz, who had spent the majority of her young adult life living with her parents, felt ready to spread her wings, embark on a new chapter of her life, and live independently with her boyfriend, Bryce, and their son, Leighton. This decision would mark a significant step in Liz's life, as it represented both her growing independence and her desire to forge her own path away from the structure and support that her family had always provided. However, as with any major decision, this one came with its own set of complications, chief among them being her mother, Amber's reaction. When Liz first brought up her plan to move out, it was clear that she had thought long and hard about it. She was in a committed relationship with Bryce, and their son, Leighton, was now old enough that Liz felt it was time to create a home for her own family. It seemed like the logical next step in Liz's adulthood. But for Amber, who had spent years raising Liz and watching her grow, this moment was bittersweet. The idea of Liz moving out, particularly with a child of her own, seemed like a massive shift in the family dynamic, and Amber's reaction reflected her deep concern for her daughter's well-being. Amber, ever the protective mother, was not immediately on board with Liz's decision. The fear of her daughter struggling and facing challenges on her own seemed overwhelming to Amber. In a moment of vulnerability, Amber expressed to Liz that she did not think the transition would be easy. She voiced her doubts about whether Liz and Bryce were truly ready to handle the responsibilities of living independently, especially with the child in tow. Amber's reaction was emotional and grounded in the love and concern she had for her daughter. In her eyes, Liz was still her little girl, and the thought of her leaving the nest was both overwhelming and filled with uncertainty. The crux of Amber's concerns lay in the realization that Liz's journey would be marked by unique challenges, particularly given the realities of living with dwarfism. While Liz had undoubtedly matured and become an independent young woman, Amber still questioned whether the logistics of adult life would be manageable for her daughter. She worried that Liz might not fully grasp the intensity of what it meant to be financially responsible, maintain a household, and navigate the complexities of parenthood in a world that often wasn't accommodating for individuals with dwarfism. Amber's doubts about Liz's readiness culminated in her telling her daughter, "You're not going to make it." Amber's comment, while harsh, came from a place of deep concern. She was scared that Liz might face struggles that would be harder to overcome without the constant support of her family. The Johnsons had always been a tight-knit unit, and for Amber, the thought of Liz venturing out into the world without that immediate safety net seemed daunting. This was a major turning point in their mother-daughter relationship, and Amber's emotional response highlighted the complexities of family dynamics when it comes to major life changes. On the other hand, Liz was adamant about her desire to become more independent. She had grown up in a family that was always there for her, but she also had the opportunity to witness her siblings and parents handle the ups and downs of life. Liz had observed the hard work, perseverance, and problem-solving that her family had modeled, and she was ready to take on similar challenges in her own way. She recognized that there would be difficulties ahead, but she believed that she was capable of facing them, especially with the support of Bryce and lessons her parents had taught her over the years. For Liz, this decision was about more than just living independently. It was about proving to herself that she was capable of taking on the responsibilities of adulthood and parenting. It was also an opportunity for her to carve out her own identity outside of her family, to create a space where she and her son could thrive on their own terms. Liz's desire to move out was not just a reflection of her relationship with Bryce, but also a personal milestone in her journey towards self-sufficiency and self-discovery. As the discussion unfolded, Amber's worries began to shift. She knew that her daughter was growing up and that eventually she would have to let go. However, Amber's overprotective nature made it difficult for her to accept that Liz was ready for such a major change. Despite her fears, Amber eventually came to terms with the reality that Liz was an adult and was capable of making her own choices, even if those choices were hard for Amber to accept. This transition was not just difficult for Liz, it was also a significant moment for Amber, who had spent years as the pillar of support for her children. In the end, Amber's reaction wasn't just about doubting Liz's readiness. It was about coming to grips with the fact that her daughter was ready to take the next step in her own life. Amber's comment, "You're not going to make it," reflected her love, fear, and concern for Liz, but also her struggle to let go. As a mother, Amber wanted the best for her children and feared that Liz might face challenges that were too great to handle on her own. For Liz, the path ahead would undoubtedly be filled with challenges. However, her desire to prove herself and her confidence in her ability to navigate those challenges would likely be what carried her through. With Bryce by her side and a strong foundation of love and support from her family, Liz was determined to make it on her own terms. Among the many standout moments in Seven Little Johnstons are the amusing and often unexpected comments made by Trent Johnston, who has become a fan favorite for his down-to-earth humor and willingness to express himself candidly. Trent is no stranger to making the audience laugh with his quirky takes on family dynamics and the intricacies of relationships. His humor often toes the line between playful and inappropriate, but it's this very trait that keeps fans coming back for more. One of Trent's most talked about moments came when he compared his marriage to golf in a way that left many viewers both surprised and amused. His casual yet bold statement, "One ball, one stick the whole time," sent ripples through the fan base and prompted many to take a closer look at the deeper meaning behind his words. The innuendo was unmistakable, leaving some to chuckle and others to raise an eyebrow. At first glance, Trent's statement about marriage and golf might seem like a random metaphor, but when unpacked, it reveals a layer of humor that is undeniably Trent Johnston. For him, comparing his long-term marriage to golf serves as both a humorous commentary on the dedication and commitment required to make a relationship work, as well as a nod to the ups and downs of married life. The metaphor itself plays off the idea of one ball and one stick, which in the context of golf, can be seen as a symbol of a committed partnership where each individual has their role to play, yet they're dependent on one another for success. Trent's one ball, one stick reference may also suggest the repetition and consistency that is inherent in any long-term relationship. Just as a golfer repeatedly hits the ball with the same club, a married couple often goes through the motions of daily life, facing challenges together and overcoming obstacles as a team. The phrase "the whole time" could be a tongue-in-cheek way of saying that, much like in a round of golf, marriage is an ongoing journey where both partners are committed to one another for the long haul. However, it's impossible to ignore the sexual innuendo that Trent's statement brings to the table. With the use of one ball and one stick, the imagery immediately conjures a playful comparison to male anatomy, which adds an extra layer of humor to the moment. Fans of the show are no strangers to Trent's cheeky sense of humor, but this comment took things to a new level. The fact that Trent can make a seemingly innocent comparison to a beloved pastime like golf and turn it into a suggestive remark speaks to his ability to push boundaries while keeping things lighthearted. As with many of his comments, this one didn't go unnoticed by Amber, who had a reaction that ranged from a chuckle to an eye roll. Amber, ever the supportive and patient wife, knows that Trent's humor is an integral part of his personality, and she's learned to navigate his sometimes unexpected remarks with grace. While she may find herself laughing or shaking her head in disbelief, Amber is often the first one to jump in with her own wee comebacks, showing that she's more than capable of holding her own in their playful banter. For fans of Seven Little Johnstons, this moment was a perfect example of what makes Trent and Amber's relationship so special. Their ability to joke around with one another and still show deep affection and respect for each other is a testament to the strength of their bond. Despite the occasional awkward moment, they remain a solid and supportive team. Trent's humor may be a little offbeat at times, but it's clear that it's all part of what makes their marriage work. The golf analogy is also a reflection of Trent's personality and his approach to life in general. He has always been known for his love of the outdoors, his laid-back attitude, and his passion for family. Golf, as a sport that requires patience, focus, and practice, is the perfect metaphor for how Trent sees his marriage to Amber. There's a sense of perseverance in golf, much like in any long-term relationship, where one must stay committed to the game, no matter how challenging it may get. Trent's comment also highlights a theme that runs throughout Seven Little Johnstons, the idea that relationships, whether they be romantic, familial, or otherwise, are built on understanding and effort. Trent and Amber's marriage has undoubtedly gone through its ups and downs, but their ability to find humor in the midst of it all is what allows them to continue growing together. The same can be said for their family as a whole. As a unit, the Johnstons face challenges that are unique to their experiences as little people, but their shared commitment to one another and their ability to laugh in the face of adversity sets them apart as a truly inspiring family. For viewers, this particular moment in Seven Little Johnstons served as a reminder of the importance of humor in a relationship. While it's easy to get bogged down by the seriousness of life, it's moments like Trent's golf metaphor that remind us to not take everything so seriously. Laughter is often the glue that holds families together, and the Johnstons certainly know how to keep their viewers entertained with their wit, charm, and undeniable chemistry. In the end, Trent's comparison of marriage to golf was more than just a funny line. It was a reflection of his unique perspective on relationships and his ability to find humor in the everyday moments of life. Speculation swirled around the exclusion of Anna from the recent Seven Little Johnstons family trip to Puerto Rico. Despite Anna consistently any rift within the family, fans have long sensed the ongoing drama. Over the years, viewers have observed instances where Anna appeared mistreated, but her exclusion from the trip was particularly notable. Various speculations arose about the reason behind Anna's absence. Some speculated it was due to her new boyfriend, while some pointed fingers at Anna's mother, Amber, for not inviting her. However, a recent shocking development has shed light on the real reason behind Anna's absence from the family's Puerto Rico trip. Continue reading to find out. The cat is out of the bag. The truth behind Anna's absence from the Seven Little Johnstons family trip to Puerto Rico has finally surfaced, sparking public interest. Ongoing tensions within the family became even more apparent when Anna did not join them. Fans believe that Amber orchestrated Anna's exclusion as she disapproves of her new boyfriend. Anna is a fan favorite and is often referred to as the black sheep in the family. Amber, on the other hand, is probably the most disliked character on the TLC show. The pair share a strained relationship, though specifics are not unclear. Recently, the rest of the Seven Little Johnstons family took a relaxing trip to Puerto Rico. The family was joined by Liz's partner and baby daddy, Bryce Bolden, Jonah's girlfriend, Ashley Saltz, and Alexa's girlfriend, Allie Smith. However, Anna's absence did not go unnoticed. The family posted a ton of pictures from their trip. It prompted fans to question why Anna wasn't there. In response to a fan inquiry about Anna's absence, a verified account revealed that Anna had chosen not to go despite arrangements having been made for her to join. They wrote, "Plane ticket was purchased for her, and plans were made for her to attend with the family." This comes as a surprise as this contradicted Anna's previous statements. The revelation is quite surprising, considering Anna's previous account of events. During an Instagram live session, a fan asked Anna about her absence from the Johnston's family trip. Anna casually shrugged and stated that she didn't get an invitation. Moreover, when asked about her ongoing situation with her family, Anna urged fans to seek clarification directly from them. This recent statement about arrangements already being in place contradicts Anna's earlier explanation to her fans. Despite this, fans usually believe Anna's version as viewers are familiar with the family dynamics. Fans also believe Amber may be trying to influence the situation to protect her own reputation. All in all, it will be interesting to see whether the next season of Seven Little Johnstons addresses the apparent rift between Anna and the rest of the family.